Hey guys, it's Lizzie. Thank you for coming back if you're returning, and if you are new, thank you for coming and checking me out. So today I bring to you the Bigfoot of America Part 2. Now, this takes place in the southeastern states of the United States, meaning Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Arkansas, that kind of area. We are talking about the folk monster, or the skunk ape, or the swamp ape, also known as the Boggy Creek monster, which I will get into later. So, this is typically differently described than the Sasquatch of the western coast of North America and like the United States and Canada. It's different as in it's shorter. You will tend to be in the 6 to 8 foot range, which is taller than its possible cousin, which can be up to 10 feet tall, if not even taller. You're going to always have a dark fur, like black or dark brown. It'll typically look a little more ape-like, as well as its arms will reach down a little farther than its cousin, who might have a more human-like proportion as for arms to torso to legs ratio. It'll have longer arms, and you will see in a picture later when I post about the legend of Boggy Creek. Because it is in areas where it's very wet, it has an even worse wet dog and skunky smell, which is why it got the name skunk ape. So evidence for this creature include footprints, which are different than its Sasquatch cousin because they are only 3-toed, as opposed to the 5-toe prints you can find of a Sasquatch. In 2000, there was some photos taken called the Mayaka photos. I'm going to insert the word here because I don't know if I'm saying it right. And the story behind it is that a woman saw or heard that something was stealing her apples. And one day she went out to investigate and caught the photos I will insert here. So this creature clearly looks very ape-like, almost like an orangutan, and it's very clearly large. And very kind of eerie. It's very creepy looking to me. So that's probably one of the best evidence they have, other than first-hand accounts of the skunk ape. So the famous and probably the most well-known story of the skunk ape is besides the Mayaka photos, is the Legend of Boggy Creek movie, which was produced in 1972. The 72 movie tells the tales of a town in Arkansas called Folk, and it tells the stories and accounts of the events that happened during the 60s. They were being terrorized by some sort of creature, which is why the folk creature or folk monster got its name, or the Boggy Creek monster. So what happened was, in this town, the people of the town just started seeing the creature. They started losing like livestock, like chickens, and as well as family pets, which would go missing or be found completely mutilated, which is absolutely awful. Even to the point where like they encountered things inside their house. Something got close to houses, and they were terrorized for quite a while by whatever this creature was. And it is all documented in the Legend of Boggy Creek. It is first-hand accounts of what happened during the 60s to the people of Folk, Arkansas. Which I love first-hand accounts. I mean, you can't beat them unless they're lying. Like, sometimes you can tell that people are just making stories up, but this is before it was cool to see a Bigfoot, and it was only about It happened around the same time that the Patterson-Gimlin film occurred, which would have been in 67, I believe. And so the hysteria of Bigfoot was kind of in the middle of it, but people were more focusing on the other side of the country as opposed to places like Folk, Arkansas. So I think the story is incredible. I definitely recommend it. It was actually my first Bigfoot movie. I was very young when I first saw it, but I definitely loved it. It definitely helped shape what I think of and learn now and what I'm interested in now. So yes, that is probably the most prominent story of the skunk ape or swamp ape or whatever you want to call it, the legend of Boggy Creek. So the earliest recorded sighting is actually told through a tale from the Seminole tribes. The tale goes is that when the settlers, the European settlers, came to the New World, they came over and they encountered this creature, or one of them, and they were attacked. They attacked it. People were killed, as well as this creature. And they said they examined the body, and as they were examining it, more of these creatures came out, and the white settlers fled, and they didn't keep the body. That's why obviously there's no record of it. But this was a tale told by the Native American tribes. And I think it's pretty cool. I think having tales like that, because there are so many Native American tales that tell stories of this creature, I just think it goes to show how long that has been encountered or seen. So whether this is the true story or if it is just a tale, I don't know. It's never been confirmed nor denied. Like I said, it is just a tale. But like I said, I think it's really cool that they have so many stories similar to that, or that one included, do you know what I mean? So, actual recorded sighting, in 1908, a woman described a creature, and she said she saw it when she was 10 years old. That is probably the earliest recorded sighting that I could find on the internet. I'm sure there's probably more, but hey, what can we do? So, other than that, that is the Boggy Creek folk monster. There's a lot that we don't know about it. There's not a whole lot, because it is, when you look up Bigfoot or something like that, you are bombarded by the Patterson-Gimlin film. You are bombarded by Sasquatch stories from everywhere except for here. Like I said, I do believe that this creature might be a cousin or maybe a subspecies to the Sasquatch. But either way, I think it's really cool that even in one country, you can see a different species of whatever this is. So there you go, guys. That is the folk monster, skunk ape, swamp ape, whatever you want to call it. That's our basic information about it. If you'd like to learn more, like I said, watch The Legend of Boggy Creek. It is an amazing movie. I learned a lot, obviously, on the internet. There's an entire website dedicated to the folk monster and The Legend of Boggy Creek. It's really good information if you'd like to look more into it. I will link part 1 in the description, and I will also link my Family Bigfoot video, where I tell my story about what happened in the 70s or 80s to my family. So go check that out. Links will be in the description. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something. So thank you so much. And I will see you next time when I go to a different continent for Bigfoot. So, thank you.